Hi guys, H14 Prime here, back with another video review, and today we're looking at the New Age Legendary Heroes, Genie Shazaam, or otherwise known as Action Master Thundercracker, or as of course I'm going to use him as Shattered Glass Thundercracker. So of course we'll take a look at him. Let's take a quick look at the box. To where, let me angle the camera up a little bit. You see he has this really nice artwork here. The power is yours! Multiverse, Genie Shazaam. Get a nice picture of him just flying, which you cannot recreate on the toy. Let me move this up a little bit. I wish the neck joint would let me recreate this. I tried, but it doesn't go up all that far, which is unfortunate. But anyways, bottom here, you get a giant freaking sticker, because I guess Shozy has to ruin me like this. At least on the bottom. Anyways, get some artwork on the side. Same on the, well, actually photography on the side. Picture up there, which is the same picture as down here, just not covered up by a sticker. On the back, you get him in Shattered Glass Megatron, some warnings, and that's it. For the box, let's get this all angled back down. And here he is. Very, very small little self. And I like this. I really, really like this. I don't know if this is my favorite one now, but it might be. I don't know. I just have a lot of fun messing with this. It's just like, it's the first like legitimately different Seeker I've messed with that has the Earth mode, because you know the Classics mold's always been a thing, and the Earthrise mold is basically that, but only barely better, and I really hate that one. But this one's nice. Anyways, this is a very nice, sleek design going down the side. The kibble actually isn't all that bad on the bottom. Even here, like, yeah, you can see most of the robot mode, but it's mostly tucked away pretty well. Some nice paint. Has some red paint on the wings and some red there. The purple is, of course, way brighter on my camera than it actually is in person, which sucks. I don't know what's up with this camera in purple. I don't even know if it shows up in the video afterwards. I really should go... I should really go back and check and see if it's like this. Like, it looks more blue than purple. And I don't know how to fix that. But anyways, get some nice green there. Green under the cockpit. And a like a dark blue nose cone. Which, of course, for comparison's sake, I actually do have the original Shattered Glass Thundercracker. Which you can see, it does take some liberties here and there. Like, I much prefer the nose cone in the New Age one to this one, because this one's just a mess. And also the darker blue instead of black. The wings, I think the only thing I really miss is, like, the paint on the wings, because, like, you could see back here, it has, like, that nice, like, red on the sides and then red there, whereas this, it's, like, only the middle. But these are alright. The wings themselves are alright. And then, for funsies... here is the custom one I did ages ago. So now I have 3 of this color scheme. I have 3 versions of the gay Seeker. They should start a band. They really should. I'd watch it. Anyways. These 2 out of here. And if they do an Earthrise repaint, that'll be one of the only 2 versions of that mold I own. Because the other one's G2 Ramjet. Because those 2, I just love those 2 color schemes so much. He does have landing gear, which one's on the back of his arm. And these ones kind of suck, because like, you can put them back without moving the feet, but you really got to move the feet just to get them out. But he has a ton, I mean, this thing has a ton of accessories. For one, of course, you can give him the null rays before you do that. He also has the toy missiles, which you plug in down here. If you want him to have that look. Yeah. These out of the way. And like I previously mentioned, he does have the null rays that can plug in. You have that proper Seeker look. The null rays themselves have these little blast effects that just plug in. He can shoot. He also has these little thruster blast effects, which can plug into the back here, but they're honestly kind of stiff. Like, I wish they weren't so tight. But those look really nice. I do like the look of that, just flying through. And then he also comes with a stand, which I think the stand's pretty cool. It has all these little armatures on the bottom, which this is the configuration it has to be in so they all fit. Just so you know. That's why I didn't even take them all off yet. But what's also interesting is that you can take these two parts and this, and if you buy like multiples of the Seekers, this is a piece to the like G1 Decepticon space bridge, which is actually really cool. I like that feature. Am I gonna ever own that? No. not at all. This is the only one of this mold I plan on buying. Which there's a hole right there that this can plug into. Just pop it in, and bada bing, bada boom, he's got a stand, which is nice. There's also a claw if you prefer to use a claw. Which the stand itself, let me get him off it for a second. The stand itself, it has these three ports you can plug it into, and then the arm moves, can totally pop off, but it moves here. It also alright, it doesn't pop off this much, I swear. Can move all the way back there, all the way forward, like so, and this piece moves a good 180. It's all pretty decent. It works. It does what it needs to. It's a stand. If I can put it back under. It's really specific. I kind of love and hate how specific the whole thing is. Because I tried to put them back under it after I moved them the first time, and I legitimately could not. I couldn't figure it out. Anyways, let's transform this man. God, we've spent so long in just the alt mode. This is going to be one freaking long review. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to take the wings and untab them. You want to pull down the legs. Wait, actually, I forgot. You want to untab these. Like, you want to... They're actually tabbed into the thighs. I always forget that step. I'm very glad these haven't broken from my stupidity. Because I've transformed this thing a bunch of times. What I like to do is I like to fold the wings all the way up like this. Because it gets them, like, fully out of the way of the transformation. So we're going to do the legs first. What you want to do is split the legs. I'm just going to move one out of the way. Open up the back, and you take this whole thing, and you move it to the side, and then on this, it swivels around to where the ball joint, or like the wing placement, is up. And so you want to take this individual one and fold it in, then fold in the rest, fold that down, fold that around, then close the leg, and then finally fold down the foot, and you have a leg all done. Now, other leg is unsurprisingly exactly like the first. Rotate that around, fold all this. Yeah, come on. Fold all this in, like so. Close it up, which it actually tabs in, by the way. Like there's a tab right there and a slot in the actual thing, so it doesn't just sit there, which is also nice. Fold this down. Oh, by the way, the whole foot section is die cast, like the foot itself and the thruster is die cast. Nice. I'm gonna take the arms. Not bad. Move them out. Come on. Yeah, unfold it, close it, then rotate around for the fist is in the front. Same over here, close it, rotate around. Then you come back here, you want to take this little flap, fold it down, because you want to rotate this all the way around so you can swivel that piece down, rotate it back, fold that back up. It's all very complicated stuff. This transformation is a bit complicated, but it's actually really fun. You take this, and you move it up, face it forward on both sides, take that side piece, fold it up, like so. I'm going to take the nose cone, come on, I'm going to split it, there we go. Split the nose cone and fold it around, fold it in, and then take the whole chest and fold it in, like so. Come around here. This will just tab in. Fold these back and they also tab in. Fold back down the wings. Get everything all situated. If you can. Come on, buddy. Come on. Here we go. And here he is. Here he is all in his robot mode. And this just looks phenomenal. Like this just is real. It's really fun to just mess with. So let me get a close up of his head first. So he has a really nice head sculpt. Come on. Very nicely painted. Which sculpted detail on this, there really isn't any, which kind of sucks, but the colors are so dynamic that I can look past it. Oh yeah, also I forgot, these can angle forward. There we go. Now it's complete. It's getting him to stand to something else, which I kind of noticed this on like at least my last two Newage figures, is that they don't really have heel support. Like Shatterglass Megatron didn't really have heel support, and this guy, like, while it isn't as bad on this guy, he also doesn't have heel support. It's not really a flaw, I guess. It's just something I noticed. Anyways, articulation on him. The head can rotate, but it's super stiff. But it can rotate side to side. He can only look up this far, which is a shame because I'd love to recreate the pose, but his neck joint doesn't allow it. He doesn't really look down at all. You can use the transformation joint as a bit of a side to side, which is kind of cool. Arms can go out that far. On a ball joint, they can go full 360. Has like only a 90-degree elbow bend. He can also break his elbow if you really want him to. Swivel. And the wrist does rotate, but we'll get more into that in a bit. The waist can rotate side to side. And there is a bit of an ab crunch, but it's like right there. So you can get a good bit of mileage out of it. The hips, if you move the hip skirt up, can go forward that far, back this far, so just unlimited range. Can do a full split if you want them to. There's a thigh swivel, 90-degree knee bend, and then the feet has a really deep ankle tilt, and you can also use the transformation joint to angle the foot up for like running or walking poses. And then the wings can also pose, like I said, like all the way up here, all the way down there. Which, my only real issue with the articulation is just the fact that there's no backwards hinge on the wings, which I blame the Siege Seeker mold because the wing articulation is so simple, but it's super effective, and just I expect it from like every wing transformer now. But like I don't really think this looks super natural, and that's just because there's no backwards wing flap to help it out a bit. So I just kind of keep them straight. I think it works. It'll do. Now as for accessories, once again, there are a lot. For one, you can bring these back and have those on his arms. He actually does also have a Megatron gun, which I'd love to plug into his hand if he'd let me. There we go. He does have a Megatron gun. I don't really care for these. Like the G1 missiles and then the Megatron gun were in the same bag, and I literally forgot about them when I was doing initial photos of this guy. But it's okay. I kind of wish it was like this was like blue to be a bit more shattered glass looking, but I don't care about this accessory much anyway, so I'm not knocking points off. He does also have alternate hands you can swap out. He has hands that point. He can point at you. You're like, you made me look like a colorful piñata. How dare you? And then he also has hands that can wave. He can wave at you. Like, what's up, man? He can give you big old high five. And then you're probably just gonna leave him hanging because he looks like a doofus. Or he's swearing an oath. He solemnly swears to be the light of the room. Yeah, get that hand back on. Which, in terms of the hands popping on and off, I think I still prefer Newage Ironhides. They pop on and off the easiest, and they just work the best. I don't know. I think it's funny how just for me they haven't exactly evolved past that. That's like peak hand was all the way back then. I think it's pretty funny. But everything else about their toys have greatly improved. You can't give him of course, null res. He can also hold them in his hands, but why would you do that? But why? Give him the whole complete Seeker look. And he still can have the blast effect going on, so you can shoot. And of course, you can still use the rocket thruster ones if you just want to be like flying in the air. I guess another issue I have with the articulation, but not as bad, I guess, is no butterfly joint. Again, the Siege toy. The Siege toy spoiled me, guys. That's why I can't even like mess with the Earthrise mold. It's just, the articulation is nothing. It's terrible. And now for comparison, let's bring in those two guys. We have the actual Shattered Glass one, which let's just do a comparison of these two, which you can see for the most part the colors are about 1-to-1. There's a few like alterations here and there, but nothing super major. It's very minor things. Like, oh, he doesn't have the red on the guns or the blue. Man, I guess the guns really are downgrading colors. But I mean, it's still alright. It's not a big issue. And of course there's the custom one I did, which is actually still holding up surprisingly well. Except for the rubber parts. Because I still don't know how to paint rubber. If any of you do, please let me know. I'd love to fix it. Because I can't, I don't know how. But yeah. This is the most colorful photo I'll ever have on this channel. Just soak it in. Let your eyes be blinded by this. Like, this is... God, I kind of hope there's an Earthrise repaint just so I can have like a big one in the back. If they make an Earthrise repaint, I'm gonna make them look like they're in a band somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. And of course, this is probably the last time I'm gonna bring in everyone, just because they're actually starting to form a bit of a team this year. But here is Megatron. Here is Soundwave. Let me move them all to the side, actually. Cyclonus. Astro Train. Believe that one is Rumble. Ratbat. And Ravage. And so this, as far as I know, is the complete Legends class Shattered Glass team, which they're actually forming a team now. This year has been great for letting them just be a team, because we got Megatron this year, we got Thundercracker this year. And the only Autobot I think we've gotten is Shattered Glass Tracks, which I do have. I just haven't reviewed it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't. I usually review these things like within like a week they come out, or at least within a week that I get them, but I just didn't with that one. I don't know. I'll get to it. I'll get to them all. Don't worry. We'll have the completed reviews of them all one day, squeezing them in once-ish a month. But yeah, I do like the look of this team. Newage, you guys did a Shockwave recently, and I didn't see a yellow or red one. I want that. Please, I want to plop them in right between Megatron and Cyclonus right there, like behind them. I also just realized I haven't even reviewed all the ones in that shot. I have yet to review Astro Train. One day I'll get to them all. And of course the stand still works. Stand still works. You just plug it in back there on his back and he can fly. I just don't feel like getting it out right now because it's a lot. But yeah, overall, this one's really fun. I like him. I don't really know if I don't really know my rankings here. They usually get better, which this one is definitely an improvement, I think, to Megatron. But that's also because Megatron was a retool, and like not like a mold that they could just repaint and it's just fine. Like the Newage Seeker mold is really nice. I really wish Hasbro would go back and like actually make a whole new mold for the Seeker mold, because I feel like they could do some great things, because it's third-party companies like Make Toys have shown that there's a lot of new creative ways to do this very worn-out design. And I'd love to see something like this happen in official capacity. That isn't Masterpiece. Like, I'm not planning on getting the Masterpiece Seekers. Even if they do a Shattered Glass one, I'm probably not going to get it. But yeah. Anyways, oh wait, no, one more thing. Before anyone asks, because this is the closest video to the reveal. I did see Shattered Glass Goldbug. I don't really like it. I'll get into it in the future, but it's the only one I'm not buying so far. So unless I'm gifted it or something. I do want the comic. I want to buy the comic, but that's about it. So now we're done. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can always come check out my Facebook or Tumblr pages, links in the description below. And you can also come join the Infinisun Discord server, also linked in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.